Go ahead, let it out, you big dumb baby.
Oh, it has been rough for a lot of people lately. In case you missed it at the top of the show, Terry Bradshaw not with us because he is stuck in the ice, literally, back there in Oklahoma. He joins us right now to make his picks on the phone. TB, you there?
I'm right here.
You know, I'm wondering if you didn't show up because you went 0 for 4 in your picks last week. You're wearing the golden sombrero, a little bit embarrassed, maybe.
I've been eating tacos all week and speaking Spanish. Hey, who gave Mike that big word predicated? He doesn't even know what it means. Come on.
Hey, to be honest with you, I forgot I even said it. When did I say that?
Well, he went 0 for 4. Jimmy went 4-0, so you're still the lead dog as we go to this week's picks. Rob starts off with the Eagles to beat the Lions. Lead dog, who you got?
Detroit, protect the ball. I'm taking an upset.
You know what? Cold weather out there in Philly, baby. I'm going with the Eagles.
Yeah, I'll go with the Eagles in the cold.
TV.
Well, from long distance and freezing, I'm going with Philly because the offense for the Eagles will roll over the lines as they continue to turn it over.
All right, Rob likes Seattle to stop the 49ers. Jimmy.
In an upset, Seattle, intimidation.
Jimmy, we agree. Seattle.
Upset, Seattle.
San Francisco at home. They will get it done today, boys.
All right, Rob's upset pick. He's got the Raiders to ground the sputtering Jets. Jimmy.
Oh, shaky. Howie, St. Louis on the road.
I'm going with the Raiders with their number 75 at running back, Howie Long. Over the
Yeah, I'm going to go St. Louis. Terry, what are you wearing?
What am I wearing? I got nothing on. I'm smoking a cigar.
Oh, jeez. No, don't say it. Are you sitting on leather, too? That's important.
There's an image we don't need.
Actually, I am. I am sitting on leather.
You're upset.
It's fake leather, but it's nice.
Give us your upset pick.
My upset is my nephew in Chicago, right guard, 75, Kyle Long. I'm going with the Bears.
There you go.
All right, quickly to the wild cards. Rob's got Dallas over Chicago. Jimmy, you got Buffalo at Tampa.
Tampa's on a roll.
Michael, Carolina at New Orleans.
New Orleans at home.
Howie, Oakland at the Jets.
The Raiders with an entirely new backfield.
TB, KC at the Redskins.
Man, KC, I believe. KC, Rob's gutless.
All right, go put some underwear on and get off that couch. We don't want to have that image for the post-game show. Thanks a lot, brother. We'll talk to you later on. Hey, we just got some news in from Philadelphia, actually. During the pregame warm-ups, Detroit running back Reggie Bush slipped on the snow and apparently has re-injured his knee.
Oh, boy.
Or they say re-injured the calf, we should say. You can see he's back on the field trying to test it out. We'll find out whether or not he will play when the kickoffs happen in just a moment. The rest of you, we will update you at halftime. See you then.
All right, let's say you're undecided about which truck to buy. Just for kicks, here's a little research project. Pick a work site, any work site, and look over the fence. Ta-da! Your next truck. Ford F-150. The truck that's #1 in the hardest working industries. Maybe because it's got the power and the fuel economy of an EcoBoost engine. It doesn't matter what they're doing on the other side of that fence. More guys count on F-150 than any other truck. Shovels down. This is the Ford F-150.
Okay, Donovan, Mike and I will check out the game team. See you later.
Hey, Eddie, I just got a text. Looks like the show doesn't start for an hour.
Sweet. Very impressive. When you two use your Galaxy gear, you kind of remind me of secret agents.
Secret agents? No, come on.
Let's not get carried away, Carissa.
Secret Agent Pereira, reporting for duty. Secret Agent Eddie G is on point.
What are you guys doing?
Nothing.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life.
Rated M for mature.
Only on Xbox One.
With savings like that, why wouldn't everyone get a Straight Talk wireless plan?
Yeah, there's unlimited talk, text, and data, and you can save up to $950 a year.
With savings like that, you could buy a lot of things.
Like an industrial-sized blender.
We could have smoothies for days.
Tuesday, smoothies. Wednesday, smoothies.
This phone plan sounds delicious.
Own the season with the latest Straight Talk smartphones. Get nationwide coverage on America's largest and most dependable networks and pay only $45 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data with no contract. Walmart.
See why critics say you're in good hands with Almost Human.
That's fascinating.
The show is...
Wait for it.
Awesome.
Thanks, man. You're welcome, my friend. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Almost Human, all new tomorrow at 8/7 Central on Fox.
American Idol returns Wednesday, January 15th on Fox.
It's week 14 of the NFL on Fox, and today the defending champs, the Baltimore Ravens, try to hold on to that last AFC wildcard spot as they battle the Minnesota Vikings. Chris Myers and Tim Ryan have the call.
It's been snowing all morning here in Baltimore. It's in the forecast throughout the day and the night as the reigning champs, John Harbaugh and his Ravens, host the reigning most valuable player, Adrian Peterson, and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi, I'm Chris Myers. Welcome to the NFL on Fox, and welcome to snowy Baltimore, where despite a 6-6 record, the Ravens control their own path to the playoffs. After this game, they have games against the Lions, the Patriots, and the Bengals. Little margin for error. In fact, Terrell Suggs said it best when he said, if we lose one, we're pretty much done. Suggs emphasizing for the Ravens today, the playoffs actually start. Let's welcome in former Bear defensive lineman Tim Ryan. That's a tall order, but they're battle-tested. What about these Ravens? Do they have what it takes to make their annual run to the postseason?
Well, certainly, Chris. I think if you look at them on defense and special teams, they do. They're really good. But the jury's still out on the Baltimore Ravens offensively. It's strange to say Baltimore has been a passing outfit, and that's exactly what they've done over the last several games. I think when you look at the weather today, when you look at what they've done typically in the month of December on their quest for the playoffs, they got to get their ground game cranked up with Ray Rice and Bernard Pierce. It's been a tough year for both of those guys, but as Ray Rice told us on Friday, you can't break his smile, you can't break his spirit, and he's going to get the job done and take care of business. Just maybe today is the day that the ground attack gets right for the Baltimore Ravens. We'll see.
We know the ground attack for the Vikings is all about Adrian Peterson. We'll check on his health. This is the kind of weather that provides fascinating pictures and unpredictable football.
Life's an adventure when you're with her, and it always has been. But your erectile dysfunction? It could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medications and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or if you have any allergic reactions such as rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a 30-tablet free trial.
Here in Baltimore, a look at today's players to watch. Adrian Peterson coming off a 200-yard performance, bothered by a groin injury, but he'll give it a go. And Matt Cassel, your starting quarterback for the Vikings against that Ravens defense. It's all brought to you by The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smog, in theaters everywhere Friday.
This Friday, Smaug is coming, and you'll leave the theater wanting more. The Desolation of Smaug. Midnight screenings Thursday, everywhere Friday. Experience it in IMAX 3D. Rated PG-13.
You know, Ronnie, folks who save hundreds of dollars by switching to Geico sure are happy.
And how happy are they, Jimmy?
I'd say happier than a bodybuilder directing traffic.
He does look happy.
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Syracuse.
And here we go, folks.
St. John's.
Big time.
Live from Madison Square Garden. Next Sunday at noon.
You ever see something like this?
No, sir. This is gonna happen again.
We got a rabid dog out there, and we gotta put him down. You don't pick your parents, and you don't pick your partner. You wonder you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door.
Just what is it you think we found?
Something deep and dark, detectives.
For every late night, every weekend worked, every idea sold. You deserve a Cadillac, the fastest growing full-line luxury brand in the United States, including the all-new 2014 Cadillac CTS, Motor Trend's 2014 Car of the Year. Now during our season's best event, get the best offers of the season on our award-winning products, like the 2014 ATS and SRX.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Hey, can we get a round of Miller Lite?
Sorry, just ran out. Something else?
Come on, really?
But what if one of your crew is Chuck Liddell?
Hello? We don't have a reservation. Right this way.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Sure wish we could play.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks. We'd like to use flash photography.
That's not a problem.
We'd like to ride a dolphin. We'd love to sit closer.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
We welcome you back here in Baltimore. Vikings and Ravens getting ready to kick off. And in the 17 years that the Ravens have played here in this stadium, this is the first time that they have actually played a game while it has snowed like this. They've had some flurries and they've had snow before and after, but a little bit of history for this Ravens franchise. Let's head down to the field. Jennifer Hale.
Chris, and all that snow certainly is presenting some issues for both sides as well as the grounds crew. They do tell me they plan to come behind every play with shovels and try to clear off yard markers and sidelines so that folks can tell where they're at. Both players requested hot chicken broth in their locker rooms to chug just before they came out to try to keep their body warms. And as far as the players go, they say, as long as the snow doesn't stick and remains powdery like this, it's not too bad to play in. It's when it gets icy, which is what's supposed to happen after halftime. So could be a lot of adjustments in this game for players and coaches alike, Chris.
All right, thanks, Jenna. Stay warm down there. The Vikings did win the toss, but they want the ball to start the second half. So Blair Walsh will kick off to Jacoby Jones if he can find the football.
You got to ask yourself, really, who does this weather benefit in this game? I think easy to say Adrian Peterson, the #1 NFL rusher in the league right now, but I think the experience of the Baltimore Ravens in these conditions, battle-tested, gives them the advantage.
Ravens 5-1 at home. Vikings looking for their first road win of the season, and we're ready to kick it off in the snow. It is Jacoby Jones. We will try and adjust the yardage markers because from where we are, getting a good look at the field to give you the field distance when we can. Joe Flacco told me in the pregame warm-ups, Tim, that he's never played an NFL game in the snow. Back when he was a kid, throwing the ball at the yard is when it snowed. But when they worked him out before they drafted him, the Ravens said he threw the ball well in cold rain, and his grip of the football, he noticed he goes without the glove. He said this should not be a problem for him.
Yeah, his arm strength, I do not think will be affected by these snowy conditions. The great Danny Marino used to say, if it's snowing, I'm throwing, and so is Joe.
Right off the bat, incomplete from the 24-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 10. He was trying to get it to Jacoby Jones, and one of the targets, Dennis Pitta, has been activated and will play for the first time this season. He'll get some work at tight end behind Ed Dixon.
Yeah, you see the 3 wide receivers really exclusively. They've gone mostly with that. The offensive line starting to figure it out. They've played well over the last couple of weeks.
On 2nd and 10, Ray Rice the carry. Rice trying to get that average above 3 yards to carry as he had that hip problem earlier in the year and has not been as elusive. This Viking defense giving up more than 30 points a game, a franchise worst.
No, they feel like they've gotten a lot better, though, especially on 3rd down, playing a lot of man coverage. Audie Cole, 3rd consecutive start. Xavier Rhodes will be tested heavily along with Chris Cook, the corners in this game.
On 3rd down and 8. Flacco underneath Jacoby Jones, falling forward. And that red line normally would be our yellow line. which we superimposed for the first down, and it looks like he's going to be a little bit short. And Sam Cook is ready to come out to punt here, but let's see if they're going to measure. It's a little bit difficult on the officials as well in terms of spotting the football. It was 3rd and 8, pass completed and near what would be the 34-yard line.
Tell you what, this accumulation for the snow, I mean, it really didn't start snowing until a couple hours just before game time. There was no snow on the ground, but it's stacking up quick.
And they're clearing the area to try and get the chains in place. And Tim, this is an artificial field, of course. It's not heated underneath. And they really, because they haven't had snow games here during the game, first down Ravens. Had to get snow plows out there prior to the kick, but as you said, the snow is continuing to fall. And we will help you at home by superimposing the yard markers here, the lines and the yardage, a little Fox technology that the players which they have. It is a first down, and the Iron Man Joe Flacco with a 38-8 record.
Never missed a game. Think of that, Joe Flacco in this division, as physical as it is, something to be said for that.
From the 34, Flacco passes complete to Marlon Brown, who has a first down beyond the 44-yard line. And in this kind of footing, when you talk about who has an advantage, the receiver knows where he's going.
I don't think there's any doubt. That's right. Defensive backs have to react slow on the brakes in order to drive up to where the receivers are cutting to. And you'll see the footing here as Marlon Brown, little bootleg action, unloads it. Brian Robinson trying to cover him. That is a mismatch.
The 49-yard line. So after taking the opening kickoff and getting a first down, on the move again after their second first down is Ray Rice. And Rice goes into Viking territory on second down.
They are going to test Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota and their run defense thought they had it figured out a couple of weeks ago against Seattle. They were gashed over the last 2 games. Marshall Yanda, the right guard, he's a Pro Bowler for the Baltimore Ravens. They have a lot of inside runs right at that young linebacker right there, Audie Cole, in the middle of that defense.
From the 43-yard line of Minnesota, it's Rice on 2nd and 2. It looks like he's got another Ravens first down.
Do we all forget how good Ray Rice has been in this league? There's no question it's been a down year. And Chris, he's got a hip injury that he's dealt with, said it's the first time he's really dealt with a muscular injury that has sidelined him. This cat is number 2 in the NFL in scrimmage yards, only behind Adrian Peterson since he got here to Baltimore.
From the 40-yard line of the Vikings, 1st and 10. Ray Rice is a receiver, splits out to the right. Flacco goes short underneath to Jacoby Jones, who's brought down in a hurry. And the Minnesota Vikings, before they played in a dome, this was commonplace when you would see them play. And for the Ravens, as we said, this kind of snow during a game, an adjustment. There's Dennis Pitta, who is playing in his first game since he was in the Super Bowl, out with an injured hip and just activated this week. On 2nd and 5 from the 35 of Minnesota, Bernard Pierce checks in at running back. Flacco has time. Sideline throw is intercepted. Chad Greenway was running in coverage with Bernard Pierce.
Right, that's just a bad decision by Joe Flacco. He had all day to throw, and then he ends up just tossing one up for grabs. Chad Greenway, much needed interception for Minnesota.
Today is the day that business travel works for you. Today, you'll breeze through security and board early and earn double points on your flight. Today's the day that we make your business our business. Southwest Business Select Fares. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
This is the comfort of full-grain Napa leather. This is a fully equipped, crafted interior. This keeps you up to date with everything and everyone. This is 9 gears that give you 31 miles per gallon highway. This is the freedom to keep chasing all the horizons you want. Introducing the all-new 2014 Jeep Cherokee.
Well-qualified lessees can lease the all-new 2014 Jeep Cherokee Sport for $259 a month.
Get a Samsung Galaxy S4 for only $49.99 with 2-year activation.
We make the most popular mall Santa in Pittsburgh. We make thousands of things that are more than just things. NFLshop.com.
American Idol returns Wednesday, January 15th on Fox.
Today's game is
from the 18-yard line of the Vikings. Tim Ryan, Chris Myers. Handoff Adrian Peterson. Following the interception, the 15th thrown by Flacco this year. That's the 4th at home and his career-high 15 for the Vikings. It's the first interception on their defense, or by their defense, in the last 5 games.
Well, Flacco just clearly underthrew Bernard Pierce. He had him open. Pierce had a step on Chad Greenway. I wonder if those white jerseys getting obliterated in all this snow factored in on that, because typically Joe's not going to underthrow somebody that bad.
Peterson on 2nd and 9. Up across the 20-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down for the Vikings. Matt Cassel gets his 3rd start of the season, his 6th appearance. And the Vikings have had back-to-back overtime games as they come into this one. Cordarrelle Patterson, the rookie, has moved into the starting lineup.
And Adrian Peterson has been a beast the last 2 weeks. 67 carries in 2 games. Can the offensive line, Chris, keep it going? They're coming off their best performance of the year without question.
Toby Gerhart checks it on 3rd and 5, and that groin injury we will watch closely that has been bothering Peterson from the 23.
Press
the Vikings
all day with these Baltimore corners.
Matt Cassel throwing for Patterson through his hands. Corey Graham was back there covering.
That's a good play by Corey Graham. Again, you're going to see isolation routes everywhere. One-on-one, there's going to be shots, opportunities. And it just looks like, I mean, that was good coverage by Corey Graham, but at the last second flipped his body and got his hands up in there and batted the ball out.
Jacoby Jones back to return the punt. Jeff Locke trying to get comfortable in the accumulation there. No blocks this year. Has a long of 65 for the season. And it drops and rolls short. And at the 40 is where the Ravens will take over.
Super Bowl 48 is coming, and Bud Light is throwing you quite a show.
We'll run the spread, I'll throw the ball, we'll bring our blitz, I'll change the call, and we will be the team to win it all.
Not that kind of show. This kind of show. Use your FanZone app for your chance to unlock the ultimate VIP weekend. We're turning a luxury cruise liner into the Bud Light Hotel in New York City, where you'll party with celebrities, top music artists, and see Super Bowl 48. Download the FanZone app today. Bud Light, here we go.
This Friday, see the movie Time is Calling. One of the best films of the year.
Do not talk to me of Dragonfire.
An epic achievement by a master filmmaker. The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug. Midnight screenings Thursday, everywhere Friday. Rated PG-13.
Upon official mortgage review, Quicken Loans can save them over $200 per month.
Challenge us to save you money with the official mortgage review from Quicken Loans.
A man will ask a lot of his truck. Can it tow that? Haul this? Make it all the way over the top of that? Well, isn't it nice to know that the answer will always be hell yes. This is the groundbreaking Ram Heavy Duty with 30,000 pounds of towing and 850 pound-feet of torque.
Fox UFC Saturday, live this week at 8 Eastern.
Today's game is sponsored by Bud Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Ravens with a 1st and 10 from their own 40. Handoff Rice. This is his kind of weather, as Tim Ryan talked about. Came in with a 2.9-yard a carry average, well below the kind of runner he's been. Remember, in 2011 combined for over 2,000 yards. Bernard Pierce averaging 2.8 on the ground, and the Ravens hope to take advantage of that in these conditions. Again, snow started about 2 hours before kickoff. It's actually picked up quite a bit. On 2nd and 8 from the 42. Flacco on the move. Incomplete. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, you can already tell Joe Flacco has been back to pass a few times, has had all day to throw. Nobody opened down the field, but the pass rush significantly slowed down for the Minnesota Vikings with the way the footing is out there.
And visibility, Tim, we were down on the field before when it wasn't snowing as much, as Joe Flacco has a challenge again on 3rd and 8 from the 42. And visibility is an issue here. Trying to find a receiver, and you made a good point about the white jerseys of the Vikings blending in. Pass is in the air and incomplete. Andrew Sendejo knocked it away as Flacco was trying to get it to Dennis Pitta.
I think Sendejo had visions of house call 6 points on his mind as he makes a hard break on this football and just pops it out, trying to pick it off before it could get to the hands of Dennis Pitta. Pitta should really help them, Chris. I think in particular for Joe Flacco down in the red zone, when they get in scoring position, they've really struggled without a player like Pitta on the field this year.
Sam Cook has had a punt block this year. And Marcus Sherrill's waving everybody away, and it rolls down inside the 10, down inside the 5. And a terrific punt of 53 yards without a return. The Vikings on offense in a moment.
This is smooth and precise on-road handling. This is total confidence and comfort. This is easy to use off-road capability when you need it. This is 70 and counting safety and security features. This is the freedom to keep chasing all the horizons you want. Introducing the all-new 2014 Jeep Cherokee.
Well-qualified lessees can lease the all-new 2014 Jeep Cherokee Sport for $259 a month.
In the nation, sometimes bad things happen. But add brand new belongings from Nationwide Insurance and we won't just give you the partial value of items that are stolen or destroyed. We'll replace them with brand new versions so you won't feel robbed. Again. Just another way we put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation.
Nationwide is on your side.
What if you could give her diamonds in her favorite color? Diamonds that capture her look, her style, perfectly. Kay Jewelers presents the Artistry Diamonds Collection. Genuine diamonds in vivid blues, greens, blacks, yellows, and purples. The beauty of genuine diamonds in a palette of colors that express her perfectly. At Kay, the #1 jewelry store in America. Artistry Diamonds. They're diamonds of a different color.
Every kiss begins with Kay.
Today's game on Fox is sponsored by the all-new 2014 Jeep Cherokee. Built free. By Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side. And by Kay Jewelers. Every kiss begins with Kay.
Moments ago, the snowplow out on the field, and in between timeouts, they got to clear the Vikings.
So needs a horn.
They can see where they're going on the field. From the 6-yard line of Minnesota, on 1st and 10. Peterson gets the carry and is swarmed under by the Raven defense. Let's head down to the field again in Jen Hale.
Well, Chris, several Ravens players are now changing shoes, changing cleats to try and somehow get a little bit better footing on this slippery surface. It's presenting quite the challenge. 6 players have now changed shoes by my count, Chris.
And you can see, Jen, that they've gone from the molded, which are the rubber molded bottoms, to the stud cleats that can penetrate as this snow starts to accumulate, obviously for footing and the ability to change direction.
Speaking of studs, Adrian Peterson, his first game ever as a pro in the snow as he carries again. Peterson said he is not going to change cleats at all, but he may have to.
Tell you one guy who has been playing great right there for the Baltimore Ravens, Haloti Ngata. He goes right by Brandon Fusco, then takes out the fullback lead blocker, still gets in on the tackle. Ngata has been so disruptive and has dominated the line of scrimmage the last 2 weeks.
Injured player, right guard Brandon Fusco of the Vikings.
This is the comfort of full-grain Napa leather. This is a fully equipped, crafted interior. This keeps you up to date with everything and everyone. This is 9 gears that give you 31 miles per gallon highway. This is the freedom to keep chasing all the horizons you want. Introducing the all-new 2014 Jeep Cherokee.
Well-qualified lessees can lease the all-new 2014 Jeep Cherokee Sport for $259 a month.
Hey! Why didn't you get me from the hospital?
Hey, Pumpkin Bear, something happened?
I sent you like 100 texts. Jerk.
Jerk? What? Oh, hey, they're coming in now, sweetie. Wait, you fell off your bike? You broke your arm. I'm gonna hunt you down, all caps.
2 years is too long to wait. Introducing Jump from T-Mobile. Upgrade when you want, not when you're told. Get the LG G2 for $0 down at participating T-Mobile stores now.
Yes, you did. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Did not.
Find some peace this holiday. Get an 8-piece meal, any recipe, with a dozen cookies baked in-restaurant. The KFC Festive Feast. That's a lot for just $19.99. Today tastes so good.
We make 60 minutes of play something to remember.
We make it fun for everyone. We make 60 minutes of play a day our top priority.
Hey, JJ, can I go long?
Go long. That's my move. Hop on the bus at NFLRush.com.
Danica Patrick and Trace Adkins host the American Country Awards, Tuesday on Fox.
Joe Berger replacing Fusco at right guard. He limped off. That's where they need to get to, that reddish line for the first down from the 10-yard line. It's 3rd and 6. Cassel completes. The ball's out. Jerome Simpson lost it after he made the catch. It looked like John Carlson fell on it and recovered for the Vikings, so they keep the football and get a fresh set of down.
And James Ehedebo knocked it out, got a crossing route right here, or Jimmy Smith knocks it out, 22, comes from behind, pops it out, and Carlson in good position to go get it.
The football feels a lot harder, obviously, in this weather, so it's tougher to grip. A 20-yard gain, and now at the 30-yard line.
Now, I don't think the temperature really, it's not cold for these players down there, 30 degrees or whatever it is, perfect conditions for the snow. It is about the conditions, though, and the snow accumulating and that ball getting slick in between plays.
The pitch to Toby Gerhart, and he'll maybe have a yard before Jameel McClain knocks him down, and here comes a flag. Let's check on the flag. Our referee, Pete Morelli, signaling hold against the Vikings.
Holding, number 84 offense. 10-yard penalty remains. First down.
The call on rookie receiver Cordarrelle Patterson, so that'll back up the Vikings to the 20, and it will be first down and 20. If you just tuned in, snow began falling 2 hours before kickoff. It's in the forecast for all afternoon, changing to freezing rain by the end of the evening. And for John Harbaugh, that terrific home record.
Incredible, and they have dismantled and dominated NFC opponents under John Harbaugh.
Gerhart remains the back, gets the carry. Ball comes out at the end of the play, and the Ravens have it. Did not hear a whistle, and Gerhart was fighting for extra yardage. It looked like Matt Elam came up with the football.
I don't know if Gerhart's right knee was down. It looked like his right knee was on the snow before that ball was jarred loose, and Elam recovers it.
Each turnover reviewed upstairs automatically when there's the change of possession here.
Yeah, this one I'm sure at this point is under review. That was really close. Watch the right knee of Toby Gerhart down before that ball comes out.
We've already had a Flacco interception, a pass caught, fumbled, recovered by the same team, and now a fumble ruled on the field, turnover, and that man,
the previous play.
Matt Elam with the recovery. We're glad you're watching a very festive NFL on Fox.
Now that's a great picture, but it can be better. I wonder if I can tweak it.
I'm Amy, a tech advisor for your new Kindle Fire. You press the Mayday button?
I've got this photo on my Kindle Fire HDX. I want to make some changes, but what can I do?
It's easy. There's lots you can do. You can adjust the contrast of the photo with this tool and crop the image with this tool.
Oh, that's cool. So if I do this and this, that's a good-looking photo.
Very handsome.
Introducing the revolutionary Mayday button, only on the new Kindle Fire HDX.
This is the magical new iPad Air with Retina display.
And this is the new Kindle Fire with an HDX display. It has nearly 1 million more pixels than the iPad Air.
This new iPad Air is astonishingly light.
The new Kindle Fire is actually 20% lighter.
Yes, but the iPad is only $4.99.
The Kindle's only $3.79.
I see.
The new Kindle Fire HDX. Sharper, lighter, for less.
See why critics say you're in good hands with Almost Human.
That's fascinating.
The show is...
Wait for it.
Awesome.
Thanks, man. You're welcome, my friend. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Almost Human, all new tomorrow at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Greg Kinnear is coming to Fox in Rake, premiering Thursday, January 23rd.
All right, Tim Ryan, Jen Hale on the field, Chris Myers, and we are in Baltimore, 6:29 here in the opening quarter. It ruled a fumble recovery Ravens, but it looked like the knee was down of Gerhart.
The knee was definitely down before that ball got ripped out. What do they say, a game of inches, right? Football?
Well, the ground actually is
his knee's down before that gets swatted out.
Ground is a little closer to his knee than normal with the snow being...
It's going to make reviews challenging today in terms of the way the snow and the way the picture looks and the clarity in the picture. It's going to be a challenge.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. First down.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
And neither does our rules analyst,
my goodness,
Mike Pereira, who was watching it closely back at the home office in Los Angeles.
I knew vision would be a problem. I didn't know it would be that big of a problem.
Well, fans make that argument every week about officials. But the Ravens take over on the turnover here. And the rookie from Florida in the snow stars for the Ravens on the fumble recovery. Bernard Pierce, the running back. You see they've...
Boy, that's shocking. That didn't even look close to me.
Cleared the field. Flacco. Gets away. How did he do that? Joe Flacco inside the 5 of the Vikings.
Joe Flacco, in my opinion, has always been an underrated runner. He is having a blast in this snow. How about the way Joe shakes down a couple of guys? He escapes. There's Guyon right there. Here's Robinson. He's going to miss. Then Greenway in hot pursuit. And watch Flacco put his head down and try to smash himself over the goal line for a touchdown. That dude is tough.
He's at the 4-yard line, a 21-yard run, and really he's having his best season using his feet running since his rookie season. An extra lineman in at 1st and goal, Ravens. Bernard Pierce the back. Pierce lunging forward, where it will be 2nd and goal. Coach John Harbaugh told us about Flacco. He said, you know, throwing and this kind of stuff. Remember, he had a tornado in Chicago practically, but he was able to throw in.
Definitely an advantage for Joe Flacco over Matt Cassel in this game in terms of the quarterback head-to-head matchup because his arm is superior. So much stronger, more velocity than Cassel's got on his throws.
From the 3-yard line, Bernard Pierce spins and no signal. It'll be 3rd and goal.
No wide receivers on the field. Of course, Minnesota totally stacking it up, loading the box. And here's a much better look to see if that ball crossed over the plane. Left elbow was down on the field. Ball was short of the goal line.
On 3rd and goal from inside the 1 following the fumble. Joe Flacco could keep it himself here. Instead, he's going to throw it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens! Ed Dixon.
What a total bust from the Minnesota Vikings defensively. Obviously, their eyes were all over the run game. No wide receivers on the field. Nobody even touches Ed Dixon. And Chris Cook in chase mode there. Looks like he was the guy responsible for the tight end coming out of the wing position. That's too easy for Joe Flacco. I think that's the first touchdown of the year for Ed Dixon.
For Joe Flacco, it's his 15th touchdown toss. 16th, I should say, following his 50th interception. And Justin Tucker on for the extra point to give the defending Super Bowl champions a 7-0 lead. In the bigger playoff picture, they're on the ropes, but they're in the ring. They're battling for the playoffs.
Walmart invited hundreds of kids to play with the hottest new gifts for Christmas, like Disney Infinity and the Nintendo Wii U.
There's so many characters and it's really fun. This game's pretty great because I can make whatever I want.
It's so cool because we can make creative stuff.
Whoa. I can play the games on here while he's watching TV. I want Disney Infinity and the Wii U for Christmas.
Walmart has the hottest gifts chosen by kids, like Disney Infinity and the Nintendo Wii U bundle with 2 bonus games. Games rated E to E10+. Walmart.
Honestly, I'm a little old-fashioned. I love chalk and erasers, but change is coming. All my students have the brand new Surface. It has the new Windows and comes with Office, has a real keyboard so they can do real work. They can use Bing Smart Search to find anything in the world or last night's assignment. And the battery lasts and lasts, so after school they can Skype, play games, and my favorite, do homework. Change is looking pretty good after all.
Right here at Table 6, first date butterflies disappeared when conversation shifted to quoting classic 80s movies, followed by delicious entrees like our new Bacon Jack grilled chicken with fresh avocado from our $20 dinner for 2 menu. Chili's, more life happens here.
We invited people from across the nation to help us taste and choose a golden amber lager. Smooth and distinctive, chosen by the people. Budweiser Black Crown.
We welcome you back here, the NFL on Fox in Baltimore, where the Ravens have a 7-0 lead. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. And from our view above, we're having a little bit of a difficult time seeing the field as well, but we're glad you're watching it. That fumble, ruled a fumble, and then not reversed, that led to the Ravens touchdown, the Minnesota turnover. Big in this game, and kind of a missed call by the officiating crew.
Well, I certainly thought so. I mean, to me, the looks that we got, it didn't even look close. Gerhart clearly looked like the right knee was down before that ball started to come loose. Pete Morelli clearly didn't see it that way. And here's another look at it as you watch Gerhart, number 32. The ball has not started to come out yet as Ihedebo ripped it out, and that right knee was down. So obviously Minnesota, bad break. They've given up a lot of points off turnovers this year. They just did it again.
And the Ravens were able to quickly take advantage and make the most. Cordarrelle Patterson, who has taken advantage of most kickoff returns, gets up across the 20-yard line, where the Vikings will take over on offense. Fox UFC Saturday returns this week as Demetrius Johnson defends his World Flyweight Championship against Joseph Benavidez live on Fox. Coverage begins Saturday at 8 Eastern on Fox. And Arthur Jones of the Ravens defensive line, his brother, John Jones, the UFC light heavyweight champ. Of course, he has a brother who plays for the Patriots as well.
Chandler Jones, who's having a great year up there in New England. His younger brother, 10.5 sacks. Of course, John Jones, the best in the world at mixing it up in the cage.
Adrian Peterson, the back. He's only had 4 carries so far for 9 yards. Cassel. It'll be second down. Let's check in with Joel Klatt for a game break. Joel?
Thanks, Chris. And we head to Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger, one of the best bad weather quarterbacks in the NFL, to Emmanuel Sanders, 5-yard TD catch, his 5th of the season. Steelers up 7-3. Huge playoff implications in that one, Chris and Tim.
You're right, Joel, and the Ravens keeping an eye on that.
You bet.
Coming off that Thanksgiving Day win against the Steelers. 7 games the Ravens have been involved in that have been decided by 3 points or less, with a 3-4 record in those games. On second down, Peterson straight ahead. It'll be third down for the Vikings. Ravens come in having won 3 out of 4. The defense starting to fall back into that reliable category. All the personnel changes from, it looked like a different team for the most part that won the Super Bowl.
I think they're better on defense this year, and that's hard to say without Ray Lewis and Ed Reed on the field. So great here for so long, but Darryl Smith in the middle, he has been awesome. James Ihedebo is having his best year as a pro in year number 7, and these guys dominate at home.
Adrian Peterson, top of your screen, Tim. He lines up as a receiver. Cassel going deep and caught. Cordarrelle Patterson had the weight on it and makes the grab. He has been emerging as a receiver, started right away in the NFL as a return man, and after a 23-yard connection sets up the Vikings.
And this is all Patterson right here. He's covered well by Ladarius Webb, and look at him just make a nice adjustment on the football. He's got Webb draped across his body and comes down with it. I mean, this guy, for a rookie, Chris, you've talked about his return stuff. He flashes like superstar skills. I think he's going to be a good one.
He had a touchdown run, a touchdown catch, and returns for a touchdown as Peterson tries to get through and breaks a tackle before falling in the arms of Terrell Suggs. Suggs very animated when we spoke with him on Friday about how they have no margin for error, this Raven team, if they want to get back into the postseason.
And what did Terrell Suggs tell us on Friday? He said, look, here's our ambition. We've got to shut down Adrian Peterson, try to neutralize him, not get beat over the top. Both of those things have happened in terms of the passing game today. He said if we make Minnesota one-dimensional, it's done. They're cooked.
From the 49-yard line of Baltimore. Second down, 6. Cassel in trouble. Gets rid of it. And a one-handed grab by Greg Jennings. But it's tough to tell whether he was inbounds or in the building with all that snow. And James Ihedebo put the pressure on Cassel. They're ruling it incomplete. Let's take another look at the effort from Jennings.
He's going to throw that back shoulder go route. Yeah, that right foot, only one foot came down anyway, so that's a good call over there by the side judge. But you can see the footing's an issue. Hedebo had Matt Cassel in his crosshairs and could not change directions to get the sack.
From the 49 of Baltimore, 3rd and 6. Pass is incomplete. Trying to get it to Simpson. It'll be 4th down. Jeff Locke coming in to punt. After Cassel's pass went incomplete, Minnesota using 3 different starting quarterbacks. Christian Ponder is inactive with a concussion today. Josh Freeman, the backup quarterback for Minnesota. And Ladarius Webb back to return the punt. Pressure was on, but he got it away. Waving everybody away is Webb as it rolls down inside the 10-yard line. For the Ravens, they have the tiebreaker already over Miami, which is why they stand where they do, and still a shot at the division.
That's right.
Because they finished the regular season against the Bengals, but after today, their schedule is brutal, as we pointed out, playing the Lions and the Patriots and then Cincinnati.
Yeah, and they've certainly had issues against NFC North teams on the road historically when you look at Baltimore, but having the Patriots here on their home field, big advantage.
John Harbaugh's team took advantage of the fumble, and Ed Dixon with his first touchdown of the season. That's all the scoring there is so far. And a timeout, an official timeout at the, it looks like there's a flag down. The Ravens have the football.
Defense, 12 men on the field. Prior to the snap, 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
I think Sanford was arguing about a substitution. But Pete Morelli, who is a principal at St. Mary's High School in Stockton, California.
That's Mr. Morelli to you.
He would have none of that. He knows the rules. So 1st and 5 now from the 12-yard line of the Ravens. Ray Rice checks back in at running back. Rice the carry, knifing his way up near the 15-yard line. Ray Rice, a string of 4 consecutive 1,000-yard rushing seasons in jeopardy this year. That hip's been bothering him. The elusiveness has not been there for him, but he certainly has the right attitude. Said, I'll do whatever it takes now to get us into the playoffs.
You know what else, too, though? The holes haven't been there by the offensive line. 3 new players up front this year. There haven't been running lanes for Ray Rice nor Bernard Pierce.
From the 14-yard line, Flacco drops. It was a little behind Marlon Brown. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Should be an interesting matchup. Watching Marlon Brown, who's really come out of nowhere as a college free agent, big slot receiver at 6'5". He will be matched up throughout the day today on Blanton from the Minnesota Vikings. Robert Blanton, who really was a corner in college at Notre Dame, drafted as a safety, and now he's had to settle in as the nickel cornerback role, guarding the slot receiver.
Flacco on the move on 3rd and 3. He goes down. Brian Robinson, who has 32 quarterback hits, reeled in a sack right there.
Had to set the hook first.
That's the,
Did you see that?
That's the 40th time that Flacco has been sacked this season, and that ties the most times that he has been sacked in a season in his career.
Minnesota knows if they keep their foot on the gas pedal and keep their motors running, Joe Flacco will hold the ball and he will take sacks.
Clock running here to wind down the opening quarter. Sam Cook, who last time kicked a nice one that bounced out inside the 10. Gets it away. Marcus Sherrills waving everybody away. It stays in bounds and rolls all the way inside the 20. Another terrific kick from Cook. Sam Cook, you send me. It's the end of the opening quarter in Baltimore after a 69-yard punt.